Well, hello, beautiful people. This is Grace on a Journey, and you are listening to Angelic Healing Express. This is a place for mature, open-minded audiences in all seasons in life to grow spiritually with fellow travelers. Over here, we love, we share, we learn, we grow, we laugh, we forgive, we improve, we self-care, we let go and fly above the drama. Now, it is time for me to share the affirmations with you. I will recite them and I will pause for you to repeat them if you choose. I am divine. I am intuitive. I am expression. I am love. I am powerful. I am innovative. I am safe. Claim it. Balance is the fruit of the universe. May our minds work together to find mutual understanding. May I see you in your truth and be seen in kind too. May our words reveal more than they can obscure. Most of all, may our minds, eyes, and tongues be guided by our hearts and the language far older than words. Welcome again. I hope all of you are feeling refreshed. For some reason, that is the word that came to mind. Refreshed. I feel that today's episode will bring a lot of clarity. There will be things mentioned that we can relate to, and there will be a sharing of minds in a manner where you can learn from another person's lessons and experiences. I am very thankful for this opportunity to be able to connect with you today. I do not take your attendance for granted, and I believe we are moving forward one choice at a time. I want to start with a very interesting meditation that was brought to my attention, and it is very much in line with today's topic. Just because your voice reaches halfway around the world doesn't mean you are wiser than when it reached only to the end of the bar. And I will interject there and say, some people are in the belief that they were or are in power because of the fact that they had a very large network. But we are all witnessing, regardless of your acquaintances, those that you feel that are in power, and those that are followers or minions, that is not the key to manifesting success. Is your energy in love? Does it benefit us all? Is God in alignment with it? Is the goal using wisdom? Or is the confirmation, is the objective in the energy of wisdom? Now, to continue the meditation, sometimes we believe anything from an earlier generation, but sometimes they're outdated. With technology, a lot of truth is made available to us. But people are not necessarily wiser today. Some time-tested wisdom is sliced to slivers on the cutting edge of what's new. Old-fashioned honor and morality, too, are often made to seem hopeless and archaic. The widespread attraction of mind-altering chemicals, the restlessness of many people, the search for a simple, fast spiritual fix, all testify to a hunger that many newfound beliefs have failed to satisfy. We are fortunate to have found in our program of recovery an answer to toxicity that affects many people. In its simplest form, it's called love. In its purest form, it's called God. I thank God that the wisdom of the ages is still relevant today. I thank God that the wisdom of ages is still relevant today. I thank God that the wisdom of ages is still relevant today. Now, as I shared earlier, balance is the fruit of the universe. And because my specialty and what I studied was behavioral science, I am very invested in development and improving my behavior and recommending what can be helpful for you too. Now for today, what was brought to my attention was elemental combinations. And I took some time to go into meditation about it. Okay, why was this brought to my attention? And what was revealed to me is that some of you are already hip in regards to your birth chart. You know your sign. You know your ascending. You know your moon sign. Now, with that knowledge and a lot more made available in the birth charts, you should connect the dots. For example, if you are Cancer, what element is linked to that? If you are an Aquarius, what element is linked to that? If you are a Libra, what element is linked to that? Now, the reason why this is connected dots is because the more you know who you are and what you're made of thoroughly, you will gain wisdom. And you will witness it as you move strategically. It is important we know our strengths and our challenges. One of the reasons why a lot of us get caught up is because we're stuck in denial and believe I'm perfect. Nothing is wrong with me. Everyone else is lacking but me. And we spend all of our time judging others and criticizing others and comparing ourselves with others and competing with others. Meanwhile, our self-esteem is so low that we find it too insignificant to look into it and to tune what needs to be fine-tuned. We don't even put ourselves in the program. At times, we don't even feel that we are a topic of interest because we want to know her business and his business and their business. And we want to envy everyone and express jealousy everywhere and remain in the rut that we are while we curse God. You don't like me. You don't love me. You are assisting so-and-so. You did that for so-and-so. You protected so-and-so. You gave prosperity to so-and-so. But did you do the work though? I said, did you do the work though? I can confidently say I did the work because that is why I even majored in behavioral science. I recognized what my challenges were. And I told myself, while getting an education, I might as well get something that can assist me on my journey in life and will also give me opportunity to make money where is needed so I could support myself and my family. This all came to play because I have several interests, all right? I was made like that. So when I started college, I went into law. Following that, I went into psychology. Following that, I went into education. So I have a background that is multifaceted. And in order for me to make a final decision, I said, I think the best route is to line myself up with something that will help me on my journey. I know I was exposed to dysfunctional behaviors in my childhood. I know that some models that I had were not necessarily in recovery. I know that some trauma still affects me today. What can I do to help myself? And there was the decision that was made. And I recall right around that time, some dreams you never forget, right around that time when I made that final decision, there were a lot of people intervening, mainly from the church, that if you are of a religious background, that aligning yourself to psychology is not appropriate because it's not built on the same foundation as religion. But even at that time, I realized that religion is important and deserves recognition, but I couldn't deny the fact that your mentality does influence your reality. So I couldn't neglect that, regardless on people's opinions and so forth. So I had a dream that I basically went in deep to learn what I needed to learn. I submerged myself full-heartedly in what I needed to learn to better myself, to give myself more calmness, to assist me in feeling more secure, to arrive at a place of confidence, to understand what the lessons were and why I experienced what I had to experience. Meanwhile, respectfully appreciating the influences of religion that I was programmed into from birth. So I understand that most of us understand the basics of the elements, but we need to be more aware of their combinations and how they can affect us in our behavior and what to watch out for. So I'll begin. For example, if you are fire and earth, when working well, this combination suggests enormous staying power, as the fiery energy is harnessed and used for earthy, practical tasks. If the combination is not working well together and earth restricts fire, there is a risk of a sudden explosion. Now, when it comes to fire and air, and I heard a confirmation just now, when it comes to fire and air, this is a volatile combination characterized by explosive bursts of energy followed by burnout or mental exhaustion. It's a relationship that does well in the realm of ideas, imagination, but less so in the everyday world. And that makes me smile. I have a reason. Moving on. fire and water. When fire and water are not working well together, the emotions tend to overheat. And the creative energy of fire can be quenched by excess emotion. When the combination works well, it is intuitive and imaginative. Earth and fire. Wow. I already said earth and fire earlier, so that means something to somebody, because the next one is earth and air. But I know why I said earth and fire, and that's because there are some of you that are in the earth energy that always will be in confusion when it comes to an air energy. And so at times, due to the passion of opposition, a fire emerges. And I have my reasons for believing that, saying that, and sharing that. But as I read, it says earth, air. Generally speaking, earth and air are not, listen here, people, I need y'all to understand the ramifications are that arrive when you are not in the understanding, or you do not have the understanding of elemental combinations. All right? Because some of you are in relationships in the energy of earth and air. Either you are earth and they are air, or they are air and you are earth. Listen to what it says. Generally speaking, earth and air are not a good mix, as the slow and orderly process of earth let me summarize something. Okay. As the slow and orderly processes of earth are not in alignment to air. However, on occasion, this combination can lead to sustained and productive thought. So they're not in alignment. But it can lead to sustained and productive thought. I must interject. I had a connection with the earth sign. I'm pausing because I'm choosing my words. I'm partly an air sign, right? So, we were not a good mix. And it was after the connection I brought that to his attention that, did you know, I just read that earth and air is not a good mix. Meanwhile, you're earth, I'm air. Confirmation. Y'all heard it. I brought that to his attention. Right? And what's funny about it is, prior to me making that statement, that person lied to me and said he was air. He didn't tell me he was earth. He was air. It was later when he revealed his birthday, I said, no, you're not. You're earth. I'm air. You're not air. Oh, well, my father always said that I was air. I believe that was deliberate in information. He did not want me to be aware that he was earth. But what is meant to be uncovered always is. That explains a lot in the dysfunction in such companies. Now, sustained and productive in thought. Being an air, you are very creative. Ideas come to you like this. Being an earth, you can assist to manifest it at a certain capacity. If you are in the same energy, if you have the same vision, right? That is what I'm referring to when I say energy, because I understand it is earth and air. So those are two different elements. But if you have the same vision, it can be productive. It's counterproductive when one of those energies are in deceit. So they take all of the ideas that come to air easily to another that is opposing air. And that is exactly what the earth sign was doing in my life, where I would share business ideas. Like every day I get some. Not only would I have ideas, but I'm acquainted with a lot of successful people. And so they shared their ideas with me as well. Not because they think I'm going to steal their ideas, but they like to run it by me. Because I sometimes have some input that's helpful, that makes it more creative and more attractive. Those that work together as a team succeed together as well. But when there's division, no, I need to take from you and bring it over here and not exchange energy, not give back where energy is due. That is not in the energy of balance. And so the universe is not going to uphold that type of confirmation. The universe is not going to uphold that kind of, what's the word I want to use? Arrangement. It happens eventually. Truth always comes out eventually. Air and water. This combination points to personalities that live in their imagination. The ideas flow, but they are mostly impractical. It's a poetic combination that puts feelings into words. Earth and water. This combination may be dull and solid, or productive and hardworking. Earth tends to muddy water. Pay attention. Earth tends to muddy water. Confirmation. Restricting emotional expression and creating misunderstanding. So, those of you that are aware of those combinations have a better understanding of what's going on. I hope this was helpful, but in my truth, I know it was helpful to those that are confirmation, to those that are on that level of understanding. This will only be helpful to that crew. Those of you that have yet to understand, it will happen when it's time. I have a message that I just received. The message is, angels are supporting you, but only you can take the next leap. Angels are supporting you, but only you can take the next leap. Now, due to that message, I am going to guide us in meditation, because after meditation, I'll be sharing more about today's episode. But we have to be in in a frame of mind where we are willing to receive. And while receiving, taking what is resonating with us, and leaving the rest. Okay? Because if you use your time and energy to listen in when it comes to a lecture, a teaching, a reading, or what have you, if you're not willing to give it a chance, then you're just wasting your time. All right? And I believe in free will. This is why, again, I will repeat, for you to take what you want and leave the rest. Use your discernment. When you find wisdom, keep it and apply it in your lives. So, for the meditation, we'll close our eyes. And take a deep breath. Another deep breath. One more deep breath. Now I want you to envision yourself, your body from head to toe. All of us have bags. The song was Bag Lady, but all of us have bags that symbolize issues. So right now, you're not only carrying a book bag, you're carrying bags upon bags. Some in your hands, some attached to the book bag, some on top of your head, but you have bags. And you're tired. Your face looks tired. Your body feels sore. And you arrive to a safe place. As you enter the room, angels are everywhere. You feel the presence of holiness. As you continue to walk with all your bags, you arrive at a throne. But all you can see is light. The light is so bright. And you begin to take your book bag off, put the bags down. You put the bags down and you just sit down. Sit down in front of the throne. Feel the energy of the light upon you. Feel the temperature change. Confirmation. Because as it changes outwardly, it's changing inwardly. Release all of those thoughts that are interfering with your ability to be present. Call God in. Call God in. Call God in. As He enters your being, you gain understanding. You are willing confirmation to align yourself, mind, body, and soul. I'm hearing, I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'm saying yes, Lord, yes. I will listen and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart, I'll agree. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. Feel the embrace of God. Feel the warm welcome of God. Feel the assurance of God. I'm hearing, I love you, that's why I teach you. I guide you. Because I love you. I discipline you because I love you. Wherever you are, I'm here. I love you. I'm seeing someone sit down and bend their head down, wrapping their arms around their knees and caving in, placing their forehead on their knees and just caving in and rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth. Waiting on God. And you wonder why you can't sleep at night. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. I'm being told that this is where I stop. Because I guided you here. And this is where you will return. When you wake up at night and you wonder why, and listen for what God is trying to tell you. Be in the spirit of gratitude, because God is extending wisdom upon you. Wisdom that will be the entrance to discernment. And so it is. I am a soul. I'm not this face, these features. I am not made up of matter. This body is not me, but my instrument. I am a spiritual being. This form thinks, feels, and decides. I concentrate on this one thought. I am peaceful. I am loving. I am a happy being. I experience deep, powerful peace. I am in total peace. So at this point in the episode, we are going to begin with the spread. First card, we can overcome karma. And realign with our path when we have veered off course. The divine reverses the momentum of negativity and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. It may seem like your will is being thwarted, or you are not getting what you want. But the divine knows. What's taking place will benefit you wherever you are. Just trust. Following that, sorcerer or sorceress. Magic. A sorcerer or sorceress engaged in doing magic. I'm hearing both. Both sorcerer and sorceress. I want to remind you, as we read the cards, we will gather the lessons that were being taught, the wisdom that is meant for us to gain and our way to healing. The next card is opportunity. So the sorcerer and sorceress wanted to gain opportunity. But they were not in awareness that the opportunity that they gathered would be made available to them would be unsuccessful because their target had increased awareness, a deep connection, and trusted his or her inner voice. So I'm going to review. The sorcerer and sorceress feels that they are in the energy of karma, but is being reminded that they can realign themselves once they veered off course. So when you know that you engaged in something that is basically going to cost you confirmation, you fix the situation. If you lied, you tell the truth. If you stole, you know what to do. If you're caught, you have to pay time for the crime. Until you get those things in order, you are prolonging your karma. One of the other reasons why people that are experiencing karma remain in karma is because as they are experiencing karma, they continue to curse the individuals that they feel that they got the karma for. Meanwhile, God gave you confirmation, gave you that karma. You earned it. So he facilitated it. And so as you continue to curse or do efforts to manipulate someone to lose their memory or to be affected by glamour spells or to fall in love with you with the love spell, what you are doing is continuing to collect more and more karma. As you ask for forgiveness, you add more to your plate. I'm hearing insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a difference. God, I won't do it anymore. Please forgive me. I won't do it anymore. Please protect me from this karma. I won't do it anymore. And as soon as you do that, you get up, you go light candles, to curse individuals. You shall not get any love in your life. Your finances shall never be stable. You will be homeless. And then you go pray again. God, I won't do it anymore. Please forgive me. I've learned my lesson. And then as soon as you're done, you pick up the phone. Light up some candles. We need to curse this witch with a B. Itch. And then you go to church. I need an exorcism. Deliver me. And right after that, we call another spiritual practitioner. What can you do to help me with that? So you're stuck. Not because your target keeps you stuck. Not because God is keeping you stuck. You're stuck because you continuously self-sabotage. You refuse to stop. Once you sell your soul, you are possessed. Whatever entity you made an agreement with can do what he or she pleases with what you call a body. You are an instrument for that entity. And when you fail at whatever promise you made to that entity, there is debt. And so, since you cannot provide what you meant to sacrifice, a life is for a life. So the sacrifice begins with taking over your body. And once they're done using you and they feel you're through, diseases are attracted to you. Until you are no more. This is why it is not worth it to sell your soul. And I've remembered in a previous episode that I shared, a lot of you that are paying attention will notice many times there is no need to sell your soul. You already have the talent, or it's already written for you. It's in your cards. But you allow others to manipulate you and tell you, you need me. You need my guidance. You need my money. You need my company. And you sign with blood. Meanwhile, they need you. They benefit from you. Their blessings come from you. But you chose to be the fool. And because I said you choose, that means some people are still in that energy. You are choosing to be a fool. And allow others to say, you need me. And you don't. And you sign with them. And they take power over your life. They become your handlers. And when you feel as if I want to get out of it, you see the parallel with it being in a member of a gang, being a member of a gang. Where most of the times, it's only one way out. That's what you agreed to, right? That was your smart decision. That is the decision that you made that you believe others are stupid for not making. Well, I'm getting ahead. I have this. I could wear this shirt with so-and-so's name on it. Half the time you don't even know what that designer even looks like. You don't know what they represent. You don't know what their energy is. You don't know what curses that you have as garments. All of that's overlooked. And God, He's not even part of it. In fact, the only time He's part of it is when you want to take your book of Psalms and throw curses on people. That's the only time. Other than that, the Bible's full of dust. You never open it when it to the passages that highlight love. And how to be in your truth. And not to steal. Not to kill. Those chapters are overlooked. The Bible is only beneficial to you to prove your point. To make you right. Well, God has to discipline you too. That's part of guiding you for you to be through with that lesson that you refuse to retain in your memory. So you have to get left back and left back. And sometimes it's lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And this is why a lot of these karmics, they want to marry you. They want to contract with you. Because then they could follow you. Did you know that? So why in the world would you marry someone with that energy, and even after death, they find you again to bring more mess? God forbid. No, 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 no. Contract? With who? Be careful who you marry. I have favor over my life. And so God spared me. Because I'm a teacher. And I share my story. But not every one of you have such calling. You see, my purpose has to do with my protection. I'm here to leave an imprint. I was called to be part of the pioneering movement. This is why after all their efforts, I'm still here. I will remain here. And all they could do is watch. Know who your targets are, because that boomerang effect can bring you to your death. Confirmation. Wow. Next card is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I want to clarify this card. That is not always in relation to a romantic relationship. There are those that are possessed by entities that want you. In fact, you are the type of sacrifice that they want. They don't want the ones that are already aligned with the energy they're in. They don't hold as much value. They want you who possess another energy, because the combination of both is what gives them the degree that they are desiring. Balance is the fruit of the universe. This is why there is light and there is dark. Confirmation. I heard that. A lot of you have experienced, and I'm talking about not those of you that bought your gifts. You know who you are. I'm talking about those of you who were born with your gifts. A lot of you have had the experience where you were asked, do you choose light or do you choose dark? If you were not asked, you were proposed. In the sense that someone in your ancestry used to be in a certain alliance, and you were the next in line. It doesn't have to be a mom. It doesn't have to be a grandmom. It doesn't have to be. I said in your ancestry. So it is brought to your attention. You are next in line. Whatever alliance they took part in, you can accept or you can deny. If they were in the alliance of dark, for example, but you choose light, regardless of their path, you have the right, let me make that clear, to say, no, I choose the light. Now, will that be easy? It begins with a choice. After the choice, you will be put through some tests. And that's what we experience in the 3D. Where if you weren't willing to join with us freely, we're going to send those in a low energy to connect with you and be problematic to you and continue to persecute you. And you have to endure what you have to endure until you pass the test. And then regardless if they had their eye on you or not, or they wanted you or not, once you pass that test, you're above the rest. So, what you talking about? You are in your power. And you can say yes, and you can say no. Now, I also want to emphasize that game of targeting is not a smart one. Because many people that participate in such activities are mentally ill. You know why? They take too many risks based on fantasies. They don't do the backup work, the background. They don't find out the person's ranking, who they descended from, their ranking. They don't know none of that. They're just slighted by their obsession of what they think they can get out of that. Oh, I can get money? Confirmation. I want to be in the money, honey. But it's not sunny outside because you don't know all the facts. And it's a very dangerous crowd because, as I've shared before, what someone can do to another, they can do to you. There are those of you that were called to participate in hunting individuals that were innocent, that did nothing to you. But you thought you can overstep them and take what belonged to them. And they were just supposed to sit down and say yes. I gotta say, that makes you unstable. Confirmation. You feel me? Especially those of you that are targeting individuals that descended from warriors who are about that life. You understand me? I remember the first thing I said when I uncovered the deceit that a character that I once knew did to me. And he will never forget that. I promise you, he will remember that for the rest of his days. Do you know my family is not to be messed with? That was one of the first things I said. People, I honestly felt sorry for him right then and there. Even after learning a minute of what he did to me. I didn't know the whole story yet. But just the beginning. I knew what was coming. And I don't have to be too detailed about it. But I'm not the first one in my bloodline that had a deep connection with angels. Please believe. The same way my name is connected to angels today, I'm aware of those that I descended from whose names are connected to angels as well. As a matter of fact, I recall when one of them passed away. There are times that people group together in the house of the person that passed away after the funeral. And they sit down and they talk, and I believe they call it something like a, well, I don't want to say the word incorrectly. I know the word I'm thinking about, but it may be patois, so I'm not going to say it. But it's basically a gathering that's done in that household. Until this day, people talk about one of the rooms in that house. Without giving you too much information. When some people opened one of the doors to be nosy, to look into it, they saw things they never saw before. All in connection to angels. She was very connected. And so, when you come from such a bloodline, not only are you protected, but also it is very possible for you to be the next in line. It's just in relation to your destiny. No one played with her. Those that were in her age group, as a matter of fact, if you mention her name, that's the first thing they said. People knew not to play with her. But a lot of times when people tell you that they're protected and all you're thinking about is, I want money and I want to be rich. Nah. Right? That's the only song you're hearing in your head. Not Mama Said Knock You Out. Right? So, You continue to proceed without clearance, without looking into it, none of that, right? Meanwhile, that ancestor in particular is the one who told me I was in danger. That basically if I stayed in my marriage, that he would kill me. It was still a joke, right? Oh, it's all of us against her. She's a nobody. Something else you should consider. Those that are raised to be proud, of who they are and where they come from. I want to make it clear. The first time I heard this expression was Kodak Black. And I remember mentioning it to a family member. What does that mean? And she said, well, that is one of the slogans that was said during the revolution. When our country got its independence. In an interview, they asked him something in regards to his confidence or something in that category. Not his confidence in totality, but something in the realm of believing in himself and so forth. And he said, Boule kai et coupe tête. Now I know as I say it, I say it with an accent because I was born in the United States. So those that were born in the country that I descended from, they always can pick that up. That you were born in America. Like they know the difference. And what that means in translation, when we got our independence, it's because we burned down all the houses. You feel me? And they cut all of the necks of those that wanted to oppress. You hear me? So when you deal with a certain people who know who they are, who are free spirits by nature, know that they will leave an impression of a star. Remember that. Because I'm not the first one you attacked. But I guarantee you, I will be the last. You see, you messed up in so many ways. You came at me with the worst thing. Prejudice. Discrimination. Chattel slavery. Basically, you wanted to live off of me and then share with everyone else that I'm a non-entity, that I'm crazy, that I don't have any intelligence, that I'm a drug addict, that, all the lies you could think of. I'm in poverty. I come from nothing. I'm this, I'm that. Mind you, when you invaded my house after that sorcerer sent you, you must have forgotten all of my ancestors are all over my house. We hang all of their pictures. We honor all of them. And you thought you wasn't being watched. For real though? You have no idea how infuriating it is to see a thief in your house. I want to clarify something else with you. God is the all in all. What does that mean? Besides the connection to everything, He's balanced. I'm going to repeat that. He's balanced. I'm going to repeat that. He's balanced. You hear me? He could raise you and He could put you down so you could never get up. And this is what I tried to educate you earlier on. I said, just because I am not a member of a coven or a secret society or whatever you call yourselves, does not mean that God doesn't live in me. That does not mean that I don't have any protection. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't be guided. I wouldn't know anything. I wouldn't know how to maneuver. I would not win. I don't have to take part of none of that. As a matter of fact, that's why I was targeted. You need what I have. Right? Confirmation. That's why your entire covens, plural, had to attack. Am I right? Or am I right? Who's out of sight? Who got the might? The kind of confidence I have, you do not have. I will repeat, I do not rely on confidence. I rely on Godfidence. Now I'm going to school you because you thought you were teachers, but you're going to wake up to a teacher. Now, I'm going to repeat. Balance is the fruit of the universe. So, when you thought you were asking favors from certain entities, I laugh when I hear certain cultures. Confirmation. So you thought they was down with you? And your prejudice too? And the hate of my skin color too? Do you know who you was praying to? I'm trying to help you so you don't look stuck on stupid. But every entity is balanced. They have a light side, confirmation, and they have a dark side. But because majority of you are followers, you just subscribe to what your quote-unquote teachers are teaching you when they elaborate about the dark side. But they don't tell you what these entities stand for when it comes to the light side. There are certain entities. You see, I had to read because I didn't join no club. And I'm not looking for that. I don't need none of that, apparently. Can't you see? Certain entities died in a certain way. There are those that were poisoned. Make it make sense. There were those that were poisoned. There were those who got their tongues cut off. You still don't get it. I'm going to help you make sense out of nonsense. When you go to an entity and you know that they were taken out by the way of poison, or they cut their tongue out, and then you want to oppress someone's communication. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I hear it. Are you dumb? I mean, do I have to explain? So you think because you bring a plate of rice and beans or a black pig or whatever, that is going to erase? You are trying to suppress someone's communication? You were poisoning somebody? And she died of poison? And you asking for favors? Where y'all teachers come from? Who taught y'all? Because I didn't have to sit next to you in the classroom, but I know how to read. Are you literate? Or you don't believe in books? Which one is it? As I said before, I know some of you bought your quote-unquote gifts, so you wouldn't know that. So as much as you believe, well, I'm going to contact so-and-so and so-and-so because so-and-so can do so-and-so, you forget there are two sides to the coin. Yes, they can exterminate. But what do they exterminate for? You see the logic behind that? I said, do you see the logic behind that? Confirmation. You see, that is why a lot of us were not aware of the power that we were in, because we were programmed to believe that we come from evil. Everyone with a darker complexion. Confirmation. And apparently, no one in the family opened a book and taught you who you were. So you thought, I need to play holy on Sundays and hide my true identity halfway because you didn't know the righteous way. You just knew the dark way. You had to hide that. Another way to make those entities that you confirmation, that you implore for favors to make them angry, is deny. Yeah, I don't understand. It's like mind-boggling. You're teachers, right? You're teachers, right? People are paying you money, right? Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. So what do you know? Exactly. Is it just the page you see when you open that spell book? Or is it when you are stalking someone else to steal their materials and then pretend that you can download a message to assist the community when you don't even know how to write? In essay format. Oh, God, have mercy. I'm hearing God humiliating the proud. That's what's going on. Because the ones you were targeting, because I'm one of many, the ones you were targeting was doing nothing but minding their business. Right? And doing what they were called to do. Sharing uplifting information. But you wanted to get in their way to get them off course. Because confirmation, because you did not want the collective to be enlightened, because it would take business away from you. Am I right? Because if I teach people how to heal themselves, they won't need you for healing. Who's lying? I said, who's lying? Some of your businesses are founded on the downfall, the oppression, the persecution, the confusion, the attack on others. You benefit from them experiencing weakness. So you don't want to hear the word empowerment at all. Anybody who comes with empowerment, I must put you down. Especially after I come to you and I ask you to collaborate with me. And you said no. Be on the watch out, by the way, for those that ask to collaborate with you and you follow your intuition and you say no. That's when they try to kill you. That's what happened to me. I posted the email on social media. I said, because I have hesitation, I'm not going to move forward. Something in my spirit said no. And now we know it's because you was a devil. And the person that you sent to kill me didn't know that you wanted him dead too. Am I telling the truth? Could you deny that too? You wanted his insurance, right? So let's drug him up. Let's get him off kilter. Let's make him drink period blood. Let's keep him in chains. Let's make him sign a faulty contract. So he can die. And we could benefit from his loss. That wasn't too high of a cost, was it? That's how you showed love, isn't it? You're being unmasked. Deny it. But you can't. See, when they're sending you to do things to harm others, I told y'all, what someone can do to another, they can do to you. Turn on the TV. One person sends another person to kill somebody in a movie. And after the job is done, guess what? They kill you too, because they don't need any mouths that can tell the truth. Wake up! Confirmation. What's wrong with y'all? But you steady seeing people naive. They don't understand. Meanwhile, they just observing. Because they know that you gonna hang yourself. Why do I need to get my hands dirty? You gonna hang yourself. Wasn't that the prophecy? Healthy communication in relationships. Some of you are mixed with fire and water. Pardon me, with earth and water. And that's transferred to muddy water. And then you have issues with communication. It's not clear. The water is muddy. Sun signs, moon signs, ascending sign. What is your combination? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because some of you lack the ability to communicate in a healthy manner, you get yourself stuck in the mud. When someone lies to you and says, someone did this behind your back and someone did that behind your back, you don't ask nothing about that. You know why? Because you go do earth magic on them. Water magic on them. Air magic, fire magic. Anything under the category of dark magic. You don't need to know if it's true, if it's not true, because you're smart. You're not gullible, you're smart. You know everything, you're smart. Nobody else knows anything, but you know everything because you're smart. Right? And then later on, after death spell, accident spell, attack of the sacral chakra, you are in connection with this prostitute and that prostitute. I could say something else. I'm going to show you grace because grace is sufficient. I'm going to show you grace because you know what I could say. Right? So, meanwhile, you expect for an innocent person that you were abusing, that you began a relationship with, quote unquote, deceiving, that you were stealing from, that you were taking pictures of, that you were making fun of, that you were ridiculing, that you were asking her to buy you money and food and board and paying all your bills, paying your legal fees, and then taking what monies you can steal and then bring them to your prostitutes. And this is you. You cannot do that and believe in God. You cannot do that and believe in God. You cannot do that and believe in God. The energy that you serve is tired of you denying Him. The energy that you serve is tired of you denying them. When were you holy? Is it when you do the animal sacrifices, or you rape people in the 3D and the astral realm, or you summons them in ceremonies right in our communities? A very popular restaurant. Yes, those restaurants that you go to eat at, right? You wouldn't believe what happens after hours. That's what I'm told anyways. Confirmation. Seance after seance. Yes. And then they share some of the food that they offered to these entities to you. Lord have mercy. I thank God I cook for myself, because I don't need none of that mess. And then you curse and you don't know why. You're too gullible to realize that some businesses are just used as a mask. They got other things going on. So I heard. In the back of that restaurant. So I heard. Again, until you do what's right. You're going to experience what you did wrong. It could take as long as it needs to take. But I'm quite aware that the spirit world says they don't need a break. That this is a piece of cake. That you'll never elevate until you do what is right. What you stole. You must let go. And I'm hearing arms and legs and everything else is collateral. Every single time you did death magic after death magic after death magic is that amount of death magic that is headed in your directions, plural. Everyone who took part, everyone who lit a candle, everyone that's funded, everyone that added ingredients, everyone that drove the person from one location to the other, everyone that went to get dirt from the cemetery, grave dirt or whatever y'all call it, everything, you will be compensated just as I am. If I am in my truth, I'm compensated. If I'm not, I'm compensated. It's called karma and dharma. And I told you this day would come. I told you you would be exposed in front of the world. Everything you did wrong, you will be examples of what happens to those that come against those appointed by God for this new world. You wanted to be famous, so now you're famous. For releasing an inheritance for lust. Bravo. For you and your improvise. Yeah, you need to pray. You need to pray for divine intervention. Trust and follow the guidance given with gratitude and grace. You need a miracle. Now let me clarify. Everyone has free will. So I'm not going to tell you where to go or what to do. When it comes to those of you that want to rekindle your relationships with those that tried to kill you, that's on you. Right? I heard that confirmation. It's on you. Do what you want to do. All I can do is share my story and guide you to review your options. But in my case, I was asked, what do you want? For justice. That's why I know it's coming. I said, everything that was done to me, and my family, the known offenses and the unknown offenses, I want return to sender to known enemies and unknown enemies. And the same energy they used to lie on me, fabricate drug addiction, prostitution. Can y'all believe that? They went there with me. Abortion. What else they said? They went as far of photoshopping my pictures. Confirmation. Some things I won't even repeat. They're so disgusting that you could go so low. Claiming I was a thief, claiming I had a disease, when my health records remain in good standing. By the grace of God. I can't be touched. Can't you see that? So you lied about my status. You lied about my family, my mentality, my spirituality. You called me demonic. You called me, oh, people, everything that you could think of. That didn't stand in righteousness. I was called. They had this man spying on me, taking pictures of me, and then he can go to them and laugh about me. They paid this man to say I was a prostitute. All this to ruin my reputation so I wouldn't be having this conversation. You could remain in the dark. And you would never be awakened to what's going on around you. The fear was that I could see, that I know. So they had to kill me before they could be exposed. That's why I was crucified. That's why a lot of you joined in to throw the stones and hide your hands. That's why God is my alibi. That's why I could permanently say goodbye. Because I will never allow you to make me cry. So dry your eyes. I don't need no more lies. You found your prize. Now live your lives. I never fight for a man. If you want to stay, you stay. You want to go, you go. Fight for what? You just don't know about me. I could find a better you in a minute. I don't need another you. God forbid. I don't need a you at all. But an upgrade will do. God and my ancestors and my angels saw after you called me all sorts of insults. Then you began to block me in my life so I couldn't move forward. I don't want no one to love her. I don't want her to have any money. What sin did I commit? Because after you treated me like a dog and you went out to roam, I didn't disturb you. But I deserve to die? Because I refuse to participate in your lifestyle? There are a lot of things I left unmentioned. I allowed people to brag and say, oh, it's because I'm better than her. I look better than her. I sound better than her. I'm smarter than her. I have more money than her. That's why I'm the prize. I allowed all of that. I didn't say anything about his inviting me to South Carolina and me declining. I didn't say anything about him saying he just was going to go get some money and come back. I didn't say anything in him saying, don't change my last name, keep my last name because I'm not going to stay over there. I didn't say none of that. I let you believe what you want to believe. Because I knew I wasn't worried about him no way. Say what you want to say. It's your mouth. And your consequence. I'm the mature candidate. You're the copycat. In company of all those rats that want to steal. But you got to be of a certain bloodline. And you don't make the cut. Apparently you stuck in a rut. That's why you need to go and steal people's destinies. Because you want me and everyone to believe that you're somebody. But you know, you don't want none of these secrets revealed. You definitely don't want your bloodline on blast. Confirmation. If you know you're racist, colorist, prejudiced, maybe the ancestors are not the best route. Because they come in a rainbow of colors. Some of them are as black as night. Some of them are as white as snow. Some of them are in between. So you best believe, if you come in that energy that you're less than me, they'll put you on your knees. Wake up. Nobody has to kiss your behind. Who did you say you are? Because right now, you're the clowns in the spiritual realm. I don't have to say what I am, because you see how I stand. Got all that mouth. But you can't do nothing. Am I right? Express your divine feminine energy, embracing the magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Great mystery, trust, faith, yin and yang, balance and on point, masculine and feminine. I could be sweet when you come with that sweet energy. And I could be anything else that you need me to be. I'm here to teach. Wouldn't you agree? I'm hearing, I'm every woman, Whitney Houston. Grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Cold in heart. If I ever shared anything that hurt me, or any trauma that I experienced, well, you deserve that. It's because you're a bad person. It's because, you come from a bad background. You're a Haitian. Remember that? And proud. That may not be my birthplace, but that is and always will be my bloodline. And I'm not switching with any kind. Because you being better than me is just you lying. So keep on spying so you can catch up. I could say something else, but I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. It's okay to be nice. New beginnings. Hard work. You wanted to put me in the energy of hard work. Isn't that your reality? Cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. You curse me to make me depressed, to not have clarity. You thought the gang stalking and the persecution would have me in the energy of paranoia and so forth, so I could not fulfill my mission. You did everything. Everything. And all the karma you was receiving, you thought I was sending. Meanwhile, you was fighting with God. Give me a minute. I'm still smiling. Ain't that something? Justice. Angel of integrity. Haven't y'all ever heard of sportsmanship? Did you ever have extracurricular activities as kids? Did they teach you when you win, you win, when you lose, you lose? You shake hands and you move along? Or did they teach you to I'm hearing baby cry. I'm seeing someone doing a very ugly cry. You know how you could cry and then you just tears come out your eyes and then you just dry it off? But this cry is an ugly cry. Like, y'all know what I mean. Effeminate. Who felt played. She thought she had it made. I'm a star, a superstar. He chose me. He's the emperor. Learn from that. When a woman doesn't even ask for that man that you said you want, learn from that. Okay? Learn from that. Maybe they just want you to win. Next card is strength. and passion shine. Because I'm not crying. Evolutionary downloads recalling power, future thinking. The ancients guiding. And today, those that thought they made it and they would stay are experiencing an emotional desert, inactivity, isolation. Why? Because I didn't have time for it. Voyage. And that's that. To receive your divine inheritance of blessings and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. Let me repeat that. To receive your divine inheritance of blessings and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. There is a time of rapid movement on your path and freedom to attract what you want and what you need. Let go of that which does not belong in your world. Release and you shall receive. That's exactly what I did. Release what no longer belonged in my world. Because you have the choice to be where you want to be. And I respect that. Let it be that. Someone's blocked. You know why they're blocked? Because they don't have recovery. They need divine healing. They need to honor their sensitivity. They need to learn to retreat and recharge. So they can be in the energy of light and support others in light. Next card. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. When someone allows you to go, you left, right? And then they move on with their life and you're doing magic to affect them and to affect their partner, the love of their life. That's control issues. Because he or she has the right to choose. I want you or I don't want you. And clearly, as you left, you were dismissed. I remember when I was called to bring the divorce papers, they were filed much earlier, but he was in no hurry to receive them until he was guided to move in another direction. And I remember talking to his mother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I want you. I want him to come back to you. He's just taking care of something because of something he has to take care of. You know what it is. You know what it is that he has to take care of. But he has to do whatever I tell him to do. And I choose you. I remember that's one of the first conversations I had with her as well. Because that was the last conversation. But I remember earlier on I had another conversation that if he gives you any problems, call me. I tell him what to do. Those are the things I should have picked up on. But you learn from life. You understand? If a mother is saying that their adult male child has to do what she said, whatever I say he has to do, he has to do. That's telling me he doesn't have a mind of his own. He can be swayed in any direction. There's no stability there. Because if someone tells him to jump, he'll jump. If someone tells him to run, he'll run. That's why I made it clear when I talked to God. I said, I don't need none of that. Like, someone that is with me has to be able to think for themselves, decide themselves, and, be in a capacity where they have enough wisdom and discernment where they could, handle and maneuver life. These are the things you need to pay attention to. And if a man tells you to move with them and he's not treating you right, I'd advise you not to move. That's exactly why I didn't move. Move with you for what? First of all, we were divorced. Move with you for what? It would have made it too easy for you to kill me, right? Why do that? It would have made it easier for you to be in this relationship and that relationship and this and that, and then really bring what you came back with from the streets. Not me. Not for me. I don't share men. And I could only be with a man who doesn't share his women either. Because if a man is willing to allow you to be with this man and that man, and it's cool, it's an open relationship. Yes, open. It's open until he settles down with who he wants to settle down with. Y'all better wake up. Because when a man really wants you, he's not going to be like, okay, you could go play. He's not going to be like that. And that's exactly what was said, that, well, I'm just going to go handle my business and get some money and then come back and, dead us or something, like till dead us or whatever, some patois thing or whatever. And I just listened because I didn't feel like arguing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you let people talk. Whatever, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. But when I brought the divorce papers, I remember we could still be together. Even if you slept with 63 men. I'll never forget that. It's just the number. It's not 60, it's not 65, it's 63. It's very odd to me. That number is odd. The fact that it reached to 60 as well is odd. So you are comfortable with the woman that's been with 60 men? 60 men? Really? I'm not comfortable with a man that gets around that much. If you are comfortable with that, is because you are used to that. So you assume that I would be in that energy, and that's the problem. I heard a minister say on the television once that a lot of you men, you go out there and you be with street girls, and then you go to the church and you pick somebody up and you expect them to be a street girl as well, and that's why it doesn't work. What you got in the streets is not what you look for in the church. There's a different combination. But that's a level of desperation to say, mind you, we're divorced. Even if you slept with 63 men, since I saw you last, the same year, for real though? Is that even possible? Wow. That's deep. That's really deep. Your crowd must move fast. Because I'm not there at all. I'm a stress all. No, that's not me. You clearly didn't know me though. You clearly didn't know me. You didn't have time to know me. All you was doing was putting me down. Telling me I'm lazy and can't do anything. And if a man is telling you, you need me, you need me, you need me. And then I began to say, no, I don't. Like when I mentioned that I was going to move and so forth. You need me to do that for you too. I said, no, I don't. Need you for what? But they want you to put you in that mindset that you can't do things on your own. So you can accept whatever they're doing because you need them. I've been on my own before. Without a man. Oh, but I don't want you to be out there because if you're out there, these men, they have bad intentions. That's why I want to protect you from them. Meanwhile, you had the worst intentions. But you were saying, it wouldn't make any sense if you left me because these men out there, they have bad intentions. They want to play with your mind to make you feel like I got to accept whatever they're doing because it's worse out there. And child, no, it's not. Confirmation. Y'all hear that alarm? No, it's not. All right? So stop allowing people to manipulate you and keep you stuck. You know? The title today was Dream Recall because those of you that are still at a stage where you don't understand everything that happened, there's a lot of questions that are left open. I'm being told to tell you, remember your dreams. There's information in your dreams that will help you to connect the dots. The dots are the dreams and the memories. Like I recall, I was outdoors and I saw him under a pavilion trying to come to talk to me. And his mother was in the passenger seat in the car and was telling him, no, no, no. Like, I don't want you to go talk to her. No, no, no. And I remember he turned around. That was a dream. That said what it said. I also dreamt I was in a room and I didn't understand why I was on the opposite side of the room. And everyone else in his company, confirmation, was on the opposite side. It's like I was facing all of them. And then I saw my godmother come, and because I was at the end of the first row, because I didn't want to sit in the center, because I was like, for what? But my godmother came and she said, no, come sit over here. And she made me sit in the middle of the row. And I was facing all of them, and it was a hospital waiting room. He was nowhere to be found. There's a lot of ways to interpret that dream. One of the ways is I would get your undivided attention, which I did. The other dream was some of these characters, very few, that I made acquaintance with in connection to him, came to my house to apologize. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And all of these dreams, I've shared them before in previous episodes. But it's just showing that everything that was happening, everything that was sharing is what we're experiencing right now. But there was a consistent need for denial. No, it's not going to happen. No, we could win. No. You going to win God? Confirmation. How are you going to win God? Oh yeah, you don't believe in God. But I do. And I know I can't fight God. Dream recall is the ability to remember your dreams after waking up. But some things that can disturb it would be like your anxiety level in the dream. Like if it was a nightmare and you were scared and you get up and then you can forget some of it because it's like you're running away from it. Other things could be, they can use dark magic to interfere with your dreams. And this is why I always tell you guys to pray that no one is allowed to interfere with your dreams, to make you dream things that are not accurate. Because they play with your crown chakra, they play with your third eye, they play with everything if you don't protect yourself. Right? Once I learned all of that, their attacks don't matter. Because they never work. I only see what I'm supposed to see. So review the conversations you had with these individuals. And I don't want to end without saying that you can heal yourself from even all that torture. You can. Because one of the ways you could do it is one by one, right? If you experience all of this and you are told that you need healing from your angels or whatever you interact with, and what you do is you think about what you're hurt about, right? For example, being deceived. Believing something was stable and it's not stable. And going back to your first memory Even if it's down to your childhood, your first memory, because it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship that you were deceived in. Your first memory. And that's when you practice your reparenting skills with your inner child. The reason this happened to you is because such and such. It wasn't your fault. It was for you to learn a lesson. This is the lesson you learned. And comfort yourself. Play in sand. Or soak in the water. Or walk barefoot in the grass. But it's a melody of things. It's not just one thing, that you do. When you want to apply self-care to your life, you use all the elements. And you give yourself time, you schedule time for you. You can do it. But after you remember that memory, you go to the next. You don't go to the next. You go to the next. Those of you that are being attacked with sacral chakra magic, because I know they was doing some in regards to me. I know every time. What you need to do is to protect yourself and send it back to sender. And people, I'm not going to share the details, but there are a variety of ways of sending it back to sender. You hear me? You better find out what ways. I'm just saying, because it's not your karma. You didn't create it. They created it. So, go to your spiritual support teams, How do I address this? How do I send it back to sender? You will be guided. Please believe. All right? This is back to sender right now. Okay? I am called to heal myself. So if I have to heal myself, it comes with compensation. Because I work for God. That's who pays me. And so whatever was taken from me is returned. It is what it is. Heightened intuition. God is in charge. Be willing to forgive. Forgive yourself first, primarily. And in time, you will grow to forgive others. Cleanse your space, cleanse your areas of monitoring spirits and evil spirits and clutter and all of that. Do that routinely. Believe it or not, some of them are experiencing guilt, confirmation. They're confused in regards to romance, because it's never romance, it's just what you wanted from that person. I'll end with this. I remember ending a relationship once, and I was talking to a friend about it, saying, I don't even know why I still think about this person, because, I didn't like this, I didn't listen or that. And then she was like, a lot of times when you still think about this person is because of the qualities they had. They may have been toxic, but he had certain qualities that you appreciated. So what you do is you meditate and figure out what those qualities were. And then you develop yourself in a manner where you can possess such qualities too. Whether it was the quality of independence, the quality of confidence, the quality of being cultured, whatever it is, you can learn that. You don't have to be in a codependent relationship because of a quality someone has. If you are interested in someone because of their relationship with God, you can build your own relationship with God. Confirmation. Work on yourselves. Liberation. The doubts and fears still come up to you. Don't believe anymore that they're you. So the doubts and fears that come up to you in your mind, don't believe that they're you. Okay? So visit my YouTube channel, Grace on a Journey, W Angelic Healing Express. Raise the vibration and spread the pioneering movement with open-minded loved ones. Together, we will expand our territory to progress, not perfection, one choice at a time. For service inquiries or kind words, my contact, graceonajourney@gmail.com. Thank you for your time. Live by grace.